Good evening. Dave here with Krusty Trades. We had a mixed week. Digging around in too many different pots of honey. Found some duds. Got too hot and heavy there with one bottle of honey, jar of honey. And let's say I've got some metaphors, but it's probably not family. Probably in the family time right now. It's what, 10:51 at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. East Coast. Everybody hanging out. What's going on tonight? We got some disco. We got the disco ball out. Maybe not a little too late, too loud. I'm not sure. But we're going to give this a go and see what happens as of right now. For one thing, we're going to look and pull the charts up, go through some different. We already got Apple up here. We got the Microsoft up here. Let's go for it. Apple. What are we looking at here? The 190 calls today on Apple. So you'd want to look at the puts. Let's get rid of that bar there before we get into this much further. Hot and heavy right now off the heels of the big week ending July the 14th. And that's where we're at right now. Pull up your calendar if you shall. Let's look at the great week in review. What's ahead of us? What are we looking for this week? Had Independence Day a week ago. A week or two ago, actually. Yeah, last week it was. The week after Independence Day, going into CPI, going into this, going into that. I didn't cover a lot of things this week. I had some swings. I had some trades that did well into the week. Finish off with a pisser on the symbol U going long, thinking they was holding out the fireworks for a Friday. For that piece of monkey ass horse shit. And let's say I'm done messing with these game meme stocks, whoever the stocks they are. Now, if this is an Apple call, it looks like it's off here. Maybe this is a historical figure. Is that what that is? 15th, Friday. No, that says what it says. It says it's a 190 calls. Let me take a look and see what they're looking at here. The 190 calls, because Apple actually finished here. We got an Apple up. Let's go ahead and take a look. We should have it linked over here as well. Don't forget on the left side, we got your chart link to number 4. Number 4 in the chart link. We're going to take a look at these Apple 190 calls and send over here to lucky number 4. And they came in, if you're looking at short dated calls, everybody loves this shit. I'm trying to get away from this shit. 10-cent calls here. And they went from 20 cents to 74 cents. Actually 11 cents to 74 cents in the day. Do you like trading that shit like that? It's hard to hold. You get this move here, you're in it, and you get to 11 to 43. You got to get out or you got to get back in. So a lot of times maybe that's it, and you don't trade it. Maybe this guy and you were trading it here, bullshitting around, and you got lucky in the day. You're either this guy or you're this guy, or gal, or whoever. It's more fun to be this guy and out versus the chop around guy and boom. Unless you were 11 cent guy that got in and you held some shit here through all this, and you said, heck on it. You were in 50 contracts or some shit. Now you got 5 left or whatever. But whatever the case, wherever you played it today, that was the actual call side, the 190 calls on Apple, which actually were down here, were out of the money, and they went into the money. If you can get those next to the strike price options played out, you go from out of the money into the money. You get these moves here, if it goes from like 10 cents to 74 cents or something. You don't want to do something like that. Go out to the next week option and see what you got here. See if you went to the 192 halves on Apple and you went a week out. What would you got in the 182 halves? And you'd be able to get those to like 72 cents to $1. So you got 30 cents each on those. Let's say you went in the money and you wanted to see what kind of trade you would get there in the money. And you're coming out of the money here, going in the money, you had a double bottom. So in the money here, $1.70 to 223. So, I mean, not a crazy move, but you got a little money to make it work if you wanted to go a little safer and try to get a slice of that pie with minimal risk. You go risk side in, short options for the days. You go too far, you get nothing. You go too far in, you can get hurt really quick depending. But they had 230 up to 315 on the in the money calls today. 187.5 there on Apple. Let's say you were playing outside the money here a little bit. We already looked at the 190s. Let's say you went too damn far out of the money. What did you get? Too far damn out of the money, you got you jack shit on Apple with those 250 cent wide strikes. Let's say you were deep in the money, and what did you get? 180, what are these up to? 185? From 480 to 5 something. Not that great. You're at the right strike like the 190s were. You got a lot of bang for the buck on that one, going into 11 cents up to 74 cents. You had to be a little crazy to hold past that move if you're in it. Or if you were in these, more than half, like 5 of them, and then you could have got 5 times 4 is 20, $200, $300. If you were in here, you could have got to $600, maybe $800. But still take that 11 to 43. You're getting 30 cents, and you have 20. That's $600 to $800. You're playing in something like that right there. So let's go ahead and look at Microsoft and see also what kind of move Microsoft had on the calls and the puts today. And you had that move up yesterday if you tried to short. They took it right in that 350 I was talking about. So I didn't hold short. I was just trying to day short. You could have got in here had there been some stuff on flow. We're going to look at some order flow here shortly as well. But Microsoft came up out of the gate. And then push right into this area. And like I said, I got a slow start, slow everything today, and we ironed out some stuff. We're working on an actual trading book. Maybe we'll look at that here in a few moments as well. This is a long episode for the week. It's on a Friday night. We're going to try to get those episodes going. Sometimes daily, they just don't happen. Things happen. We're going to open a beer. We're going to have a beer. I don't even drink beer. We're going to have one beer while we're on this. Going to make this a party every Friday night. Every Friday night. What things were going wrong? What things were going right? On a Friday night. Right? So it's a little more chill here tonight. Hopefully the microphone's going. I believe everything should be going. Or should it not? We're going to come back and check. This is the first 10 minutes. In case it doesn't turn out right, we'll remod it. If it does, you got another episode. Talk to you here in a few.